say that she love me, yeah, she wow, wow. Hey, I'm not from the West, but it get wow, wow. Hey, free my boy, love my boy, they beat them chows. Hey, man, I feel like we rest up the pond now. You niggas better calm down.
Okay, hey y'all, it's your girl Mikkel J, as you know. Welcome back to season 3, episode 4 or 5. Child, I want to say 5 or 4. I think 5. Either way, thank y'all so much for consistently tuning in. If you have not watched my previous episodes, make sure you go back and watch those so we can get those plays up. Like, share, and subscribe so that way we can know why not tribe of beautiful cupcake people. So first, I know you notice my background is different. I'm actually in Atlanta at my parents' house, and we're gonna record because episodes are episodes. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let to stop the show. So I got my whole setup with me. It travels with me. Like, you know, I am the cameraman, the camera woman, the lighting woman, the picture woman, and the star all at the same time. But anyway, yes. So thank y'all so much for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. And today's episode, right, comes from this book I was reading. So my kids are taking the SAT. It's a really long test. ACT, actually, they don't even take the SAT there. They say ACT. Really long test. And as teachers, you know, we have to proctor them and blah, 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 whatever. Either way, I had a book to read while I was bored in the test. And the book was called Monsters. I'll definitely put information below about it, or like I'll bring it up later. I don't know. I don't even have it with me, which is so crazy. But it's called Monsters. And it was such a good book. But one of the quotes in the book stuck out to me, and I definitely like wanted to take an episode and just like really harp on this moment, because it really just relates to like my life essentially, as well as like I know other people need to hear it. But either way, the wording is kind of weird, but I'm gonna break it down for you like I usually do. So the quote said, "Past experiences needn't serve as an exclusive mandate for the future." Y'all, when I read them words, I said, ooh, powerful, honey. Powerful, honey. But I'm going to say it again so you can catch what I catch, right? So past experiences needn't serve as an exclusive mandate for the future. So what does that mean, y'all? It means that just because you've been through something, just because people have told you negative connotations about yourself, just because you haven't like had the best past, does not mandate your future. It does not dictate your future. It does not say that you cannot succeed in your future. It does not automatically make Mikkel is going to be a failure in her future because her past was hectic, her past was failuring, her past, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, failuring is not a word, but run with it, okay? But anyway, yeah, so it's not like, it's like people just recognizing or realizing like, you can't carry your past as your future. We understand that like life is about learning from past experiences as well as perception as well as new information. I think as Black people specifically, we kind of hold on to the past, right? We hold on to the traumas, we hold on to the pain, and then we let it dictate everything past, like everything from that point forward, right? And I don't think, and I think it's because we really have to understand like what our traumas are and like what behaviors we're expressing. And then 2, we just have to let some stuff go, right? So like me, period, the T, the real T. I stay getting my heart broke, honey. I'm the heartbreak hotel, okay, honey? My heart be broke all the time. People always break my heart. I always pick the wrong person pick me, you know what I'm saying? I don't honestly think I've met anyone that actually likes me as a person yet. Shout out to all them, you know what I'm saying, hating exes that's probably gonna be salty when they hear this, but no, for real. I don't think I met anybody that like likes me as me, like my whole self, you know what I'm saying? Like enjoys having a conversation with just me, even if it was no relationship there, like we would still be friends outside of this. No, I don't think I ever ran into that. So I got my heart broke a lot because the love I look for is I'm looking for someone who wants to be like, even when things are left, we still get right. You know what I'm saying? Like even when, you know that, even when we gotta laugh, stay with me until we get big, right? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? That ride or die type stuff. But I'm not trying to die though. Not trying to battle. But yeah, so I definitely like took that and me being the heartbreak hotel that I am, that's what I'm gonna start killing myself. You know how we need to do heartbreak hotel. That's me. That's my theme song. But with all these heartbreaks and everything like that, I definitely, like, people always wonder, like, why am I so open to, like, trying to love someone new? And it's because I know that, like, that negative moment or those negative feelings or that, like, pain that I felt from that moment does not mean I'm never going to fall in love again, right? I think people who, like, believe that, like, first of all, me and my eyelash girl was talking about this today while I was getting my eyelashes done this morning. She was just like, you don't even be that sad. Like, you're not that sad that you decided that love's not gonna work. And if you are, seek therapy. Because shouldn't nobody make you that sad when you just gave up on love. Like, what you got going? You know what I'm saying? Like, heartbreak is natural. I've told y'all that multiple times. Like, heartbreak is natural. Being betrayed by somebody is so natural. Like, if you believe that every person you meet is going to be 100% for you, that's your fault, because you gullible. Like, that don't even make sense. Why are you that gullible? Like, you a fool. And you shouldn't let other people's actions or other people's betrayals or, like, other people's words specifically, like, other people's words dictate what your future is going to look like. Like, it shouldn't stop you from loving. It shouldn't stop you from meeting new people, meeting new friends. Like, that don't hurt nobody but you if you keep yourself in a bubble and close yourself out and just don't allow yourself to have, like, feelings and emotions. That's strange. Your past is not a mandate for your future. It is not the script for your future. It is not saying that you're going to keep going through the same thing over and over again. If you continue to go through the same thing over and over again, one, you're probably a serial dater. Ooh, baby. Or you, like, haven't learned your lesson yet. And I feel that wholeheartedly. I feel like for myself, I just didn't learn the lesson. My lesson that I know I need to learn is, like, how to walk away at the first flag. The first flag, I just need to leave. And me, I'm like, let me keep trying. But people who would never grant me the same graces, who would never, like, care as much about me as I cared about them, right? Or, like, forgive me as quickly as I would forgive them. And so, with that being said, it's like, you know, that just comes with, like, more of a self-value. Like, I value myself and I value my love that I give to people so high that, like, I can't even play with you because you clearly don't know what you're gonna get. But that comes from, like, looking through yourself, finding yourself, or whatever. So you have to, like, understand that it's not a mandate for your future. And then not even talking about, like, experience or, like, what other people did to you. What people say to you in your past does not dictate your future. And I feel like we have to understand that words have power. People always be like, it's just words, it's just words. Words have power. Words have power because we give them power, right? So if someone told you your whole life that you were ugly, or that you weren't cute, or you're the ugly friend, or you was bad, or you were misbehaved, or you were dumb, or you were stupid, or you were a whore, or whatever the case may be, you carry those words into your future, right? You carry them with you, and then you do things that either perpetuate or allow that to be true, or you do the complete opposite and you're like, I don't ever want to have sex because I don't want to be called a whore again. You know what I'm saying? Like, weird stuff. And so you allow yourself, like, to not enjoy yourself because of something that happened in your past. And you let that dictate who your future was and who you were, who you will be in the future. And I think we have to, like, release that power. The past should not have that much power on you. The past is used, I feel, for myself. And as a U.S. history teacher, hear me when I say that the past is used as a reference. A reference for us to learn what worked and what worked and what didn't work at that moment. And then as historians or as people, period, who are trying to learn from the past, we have to, like, acknowledge that things happened, that worked, that didn't work. But I'm in a new place now, right? I'm in a new place. I'm doing new things. I've learned new things. So now what can I take from that situation and apply here? And what should I leave out of this situation and apply here? And I think until you do that, you're going to continue to repeat. You're going to keep having repetition in your life. You're going to keep seeing the same things. You're going to keep meeting the same type of people. You're going to keep running into the same type of conflict because you have not sat back and seen, what is this? What is the problem? What have I seen in the past? What have I done in the past that have allowed this to happen? And now with my new information, how can I apply it differently? How can I apply this to us? And that's really the basics of, like, history, period. Like, if we let people, right, let me just make it, because right now it's definitely talking about all the police brutality again. Police brutality has been going on forever, right? If we would have let police officers beat African Americans into submission, right? Because that's what they intentionally are trying to do. Beat the African American race into submission. If somebody else didn't get up and be like, I'm going to protest again. Well, we're going to protest again. Well, we're going to protest again. Well, we're going to pass laws. Well, we're going to revote. What we're going to do. Because they didn't let that one person passing away, Lord, it is a terrible sacrifice. But somebody passed away and somebody else said, okay, we see what happened. Now let me go forward because I want to change. If they didn't do that, we would never be as far as we are. If they let the past mandate our future, we would still be slaves. We would still be... You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying, listen, we're not even going to go into my views on it, okay? If you want that, you definitely got to tell me that below, baby, because I got a mouthful. But we didn't let that dictate our paths. If that was the case, women would not have the little bit of rights we do got. You know what I'm saying? Black people wouldn't have the little bit of rights they do have. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be if somebody was so scared to let that suppression, that evil, that hate dictate their future. And it goes for in your personal life as well. Life is all about how cross lessons. Like lessons cross all aspects of life. Just because you were heartbroken, abused even. Because of domestic violence and abuse is definitely one of the harder ones to like break the cycle out of, because it tends to like, dang, I keep attracting these same types of people. And it's like, because we haven't taken the moment to like see what the thing was, to relearn what it was, and with this new information, apply it differently. Instead, you get social media who overly hypes y'all, overly tells y'all that trust issues is normal and I don't want to mess with nobody, and if my friend don't F for me and it's like, what are you even talking about? I done been betrayed so many times, so I'ma just not talk to nobody. It's like, okay, you insulting your own intelligence, because if you've been betrayed 15 different times by 15 different people and number 16 can trick you too, baby, you need to see somebody, because the buttons ain't buttoning, okay? The math not mathing, it's not connecting like you thought it was gonna connect, honey. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. You didn't learn nothing. You just keep doing the same thing. That don't make sense. If somebody broke your heart, heartbreak is one of those things that's like inevitable. You will get your heart broken by friends, parents, peers, whoever. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen. But like, if you're getting your heart broken in the same way, somebody keep cheating on you, you keep getting cheated on. Listen, okay, I'm only saying this because I've been tapped on the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I'm tapping myself on the shoulder with that one. It's like, okay, baby, this me here, but I'm talking to you too. But like, if you keep getting cheated on, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to recognize the signs, and you should be able to recognize when somebody's lying to you openly. And then you have to make that choice on if you're going to deal with that or not. And if you did choose to deal with it, you chose that heartbreak. And that's a painful thing to swallow, right? But I'm not going to let one piece of heartbreak, right, be the dictator, or the dictator like, I ain't going to never love again. It's so easy to go into that. But what type of life would you live if you don't have love? You would just have what? What would you have? You got to love someone, something, somebody, some people. You know what I'm saying? Some groups. You have to feel a part of something that makes life valuable. And just because something didn't work out doesn't mean that it will never work out. Just because you got told no for a job, or you got told no to a program, or you got told no to the dream school of your dreams, or the job of your dreams, or whatever, the opportunity of your dreams, doesn't mean that dictates your future, that from forever until that day forward, you will never be able to do that. You will never get that job. You will never be able to get in that program. If you did that, like, how many people would not be anywhere? You would be nowhere, because you believed that in the past. Like, if you believed as a baby, like as basic as a baby, if a baby walking, if they believed that first time they walked and they failed, that they was going to fall every time, they would never walk. They would never walk. Lose lessons. Use your past as a resource, not as a crutch. Use your past as a resource, not as a crutch. Because the minute you use it as a crutch, you are now handicapped. You handicapped yourself. You're not allowing yourself to be fully happy, fully enjoy yourself, fully love, fully try opportunities, take opportunities, whatever the case may be. You're not allowing yourself to be fully you, because you too worried about what had happened. What had happened? You already seen it. The end. It ended. You literally watched it end. It had a beginning, middle, and end, and you still holding on to the book for what? Like you already went through that trip. You know what I'm saying? You got on the flight, went to the destination, the plane crashed, you got off, made it out alive, and then you still carrying the pieces of the plane around? Put them up. Put them up. Put them up. Stop. It is not, your past is not your history, your past, your trauma, your pain, your disappointments do not dictate who you are and what you're going to achieve in the future. And if you keep carrying that with you, if you keep holding on to that, if you keep allowing yourself to use that as a crutch for why you will not be able to succeed, you're literally causing yourself to relive the same thing over and over again. And that is ashy. Don't do that, love. Don't do that. If we act as a 16-year-old for the rest of our life and we hold on to them 16-year-old traumas for the rest of our life, you will never get to enjoy 21. You will never get to enjoy 30, 40, 50. Because you're too stuck in 16. You learned some things at 16. Some of them may have sucked. Some of them may have rocked. But now, how can we use this for 25, for 21, for 30, for 40, you know? I think we just have to really think about that and really think about how we're applying ourselves and how we're applying our history, right? So I watched this video on Twitter. I'm pretty sure it went viral, so I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. But it's this video and this man was teaching a boy how to box or whatever. And he was just you have to learn how to respond and not react. I think that's the same thing in this situation, right? You have to learn how to take these L's and then use them. You have to learn how to be resourceful and not in pain. You have to learn how to be, I don't even want to say, you have to learn how to repair yourself and not beat yourself up or consistently abuse yourself, right? You have to get out of the water or you will drown. And if you feel like you're drowning, right, because trust me, as somebody who has struggled with depression and so forth and so on, I know what drowning feel like. If you feel like you're drowning, if you feel like every time you step your foot out the water, you keep dragging back in, look at yourself and see what am I keeping with me? What's weighing me down? What am I keeping with me? And then let's work through that moment. Let's work through that instance, whether it be small. Your mama one day came in and slapped a toothbrush out your hand and told your dirty booty self to get in the tub because you ashy and ugly. And now you have an obsessive compulsive disorder because you got to keep cleaning because you're afraid that someone values you based off of your body, your hygiene. Hygiene is important. I am not saying don't bathe. That is my disclaimer. But those words hurt. They sat with you. And now look at you. You know what I'm saying? Now look at you. Now look at you. You gotta let it go. Regardless of small or big, regardless if it's intentional or unintentional, regardless if it was your fault or not. Don't let your past mandate your future and shape who you can be. Because the minute you do that, you'll never be anybody but who you were. And that's lame. But that's just tea. So yes, make sure you tune in. So just for clarification purposes, Dear Exes will be every other Wednesday, not every single Wednesday. I know everybody was looking forward this Wednesday, and I was like, not bad. Every other Wednesday. And I will definitely see you next week. Make sure you're following me on all of my social media platforms, and thank you for tuning in.
She said that she love me, yeah, she wow, wow. Ay, I'm not from the West, but they get wow, wow. Ay, free my boy, love, my boy, they beat them.